Hi, I'm Kieran Don, and welcome to the Kieran Don channel on YouTube. So it's been a big week in boxing, or even week and a half. Sadly, the lightweight title fight between Lopez and Australian very own George Kambosos Jr. got cancelled due to COVID. There have been reports that Lopez faked getting COVID, but I don't reckon. I reckon someone in this camp stuffed up. He probably had like a rule saying, hey guys, let's just keep away from public. Let's not go to any nightclubs or anything. And one of his trainers or sparring partners went to a nightclub. Then he came to the gym, and they're like, hey, where you been? And he's like, nowhere. And it's like, have you been to a nightclub? And he's like, no. And they're like, why are you wearing glow sticks? And he's like, I was jogging at night and I did this so motorists can see me. And they're like, makes sense. Then next thing you know, Lopez has got COVID. So this was a world title shot, and it should have got more hype than it deserved, but than what it got, because people were more preoccupied with Gallen and the Tim Tszyu fight. Now this fight's rescheduled after those. People can get those out of their system. Lopez can get COVID out of his system, and this fight can happen, hopefully. Lopez didn't really want to fight Kambosos. He had Devin Haney on the mind, and he kept saying that's the man he wants to fight, which could have worked in George Kambosos Jr.'s favor, It's like when Anthony Joshua underestimated the chubby Mexican guy, Andy Ruiz Jr., and lost the title to him. He ended up winning it back, but he lost it. So hopefully the fight does happen between Kambosos and Lopez. Hopefully it's not one of those things where they just cancel the fight, then next thing you know, Haney's fighting Lopez. Because it's boxing. They choose who they want to fight. I could by fluke win the title, then just fight a bunch of 50-year-olds for the rest of the career. That's why I kind of like UFC, because there's a rank system, and they tell you who to fight. But anyway, let's just see what happens. So Gallen versus Huni. Gallen went okay. This was for the Australian heavyweight title fight. And yeah, Gallen went okay. He almost lasted the whole fight. The referee stopped it in the last round. But it was good. Gallen put up a good fight, and it was good to see people who was booing him before the fight, me included, were kind of cheering for him after the fight. Now Huni is out of the Olympics now with a hand injury that was just announced a couple of hours ago. So Gallen's claim saying he's going to make sure he doesn't make it to the Olympics actually happened. Now, I think that's Gallen's last shot as a title, as a boxer. But I don't know what his body's like, but I still think there's fights out for him. I really want to see him fight Sonny Bill Williams Jr. Sorry, not Jr. It's just Sonny Bill Williams. I don't think Sonny Bill will fight him. I mean, he doesn't have to, but yeah, I don't think he will. Because Gallen, and if they do, I think Gallen will clearly win. Gallen's not a bad boxer. He just maybe got into it too late. But, he had an awesome rugby league career, Hall of Fame career probably. So, it was worth getting into it late. And you could have them on the card, and you could also have the rematches I want to see. Matt Bowen versus Craig Gower. Two former NRL players. They had a charity boxing match. Gower was announced the winner, but there was no way that Bowen lost that fight. Bowen won that fight. They screwed Bowen, kind of like how the NRL screwed Craig Gower out of his 2003 Dally M. Dally M is like the Brownlow or MVP awards, best player of that year. He should have won it. Everyone knew he was going to win it. Then there was like a pay dispute, and the players threatened to boycott the Dally M, so they just cancelled it, and Craig Gower never got his medal. Yeah. Anyway, then after that, so the Tim Tszyu versus Michael Zarafa fight is happening next week. That should be interesting. Yeah, I think Tim Tszyu has more to lose. I kind of like both fighters. Michael Zarafa, of course, retired Anthony Mundine. A lot of people criticize him for taking that fight, but no, like Michael Zarafa said, no one wanted to fight him. He was itching for a fight. As a stand-up, I kind of know what he means. I want stage time, and I don't always get stage time because there's maybe not hundreds. Yeah, no, I'd say there's probably 50 or 60 better Sydney stand-ups than me, and they get on the bill before me, which is fair enough. But you know, I get the itching. I get the itch. I wanna go on stage, and you know, I end up performing at a rap night, you know, which wasn't too bad, but you know, people went there to see rap music, not a stand-up comedian, so it was pretty tough crowd. And Micah Zaffaro was in the same boat, you know, he wanted to fight someone, so he had to fight a past his prime Anthony Mundine, you know, a legend, but not currently in legend form. And another fight which got announced a while ago, it would be Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3. I mean, yeah, okay, that's a cool fight, but they've already fought twice, you know. Everyone wants to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, 2 English heavyweight champions, and a opportunity to. Sorry, I had to cough. Not COVID. No, I haven't been anywhere near Lopez, so I don't have COVID. Anyway, so Joshua versus Fury would have been the first time since 1996 that the heavyweight championship was unified. You know, only one title holder. But no, they're putting it on hold for Fury versus Wilder 3, which I'd be happy to see that fight after Fury and Joshua. You know, and how many times are you guys gonna fight? Like, they fight for the 3rd time. Then whoever loses wants a rematch, you know. Then what, they're going to fight for a 4th time? What's it going to be like, freaking Fast and Furious, where we end up making 9 of them? Then in between, like, the 8th and 9th fight, there's like a spin-off fight where, like, Fury and Wilder join forces to take on the Logan Paul brothers. The Paul brothers, Jake and Logan. Actually, that'd be a pretty cool idea, you know. So, like a tag team match, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder versus Jake and Logan Paul, you know, because they think they're boxers. Let's take on 2 of the best, you know. It'd be an awesome fight. I assume somewhere in the fight the referee would get hit and he would pass out. Then no one knows what's happening. Then Floyd Mayweather will come to the ring and everyone would be like, the commentators would be like, Floyd Mayweather's here to sort things out. Then Mayweather gets in the ring and he just punches Fury in the back of the head, knocking him out. Then Floyd Mayweather rips his shirt off and he has like a Logan Paul merch. I can't remember what his merch is called, but it has like a symbol of a bird on it. Then Mayweather picks up the referee. Logan Paul jumped on, knocked out Fury. The referee counts to... It's not 3. Oh, wait, no, you don't even have to lie on him. It's boxing, not wrestling. So the referee wakes up, counts to 10. Fury's knocked out. Match is over. And the commentator's going to be like, Floyd Mayweather just double-cross boxing him for what? Money. And the color commentator can be goes, I guess that's why they call him Money, Floyd Mayweather. He would have said it better than that. I mean, again, I coughed and stuffed up the punchline. But yeah. So the Paul brothers, YouTube people, way more successful than I ever be. Like, they actually had people watching the videos. They think they're boxers now. Logan Paul had the worst freaking boxing fight ever with Floyd Mayweather. Jake Paul has been having okay fights, but they're not with boxers. This has kind of inspired me as a YouTuber to put my name out there. So, talking to you, Pride of Western Sydney, UFC favorite, Bam Bam, I challenge you, not to a fighting match because, frankly, I get smashed, but to something which is very important to you, me, and Western Sydney. I challenge you to a shoey. You can choose the shoe, you can choose the alcohol, the beer brand, you can choose the Western Sydney location that it happens. But yeah, we can drink for charity, we can drink to forget, we can drink to kill brain cells. It's up to you. Drinks up. Tastes like victory.